Afternoon, folks. You find us in Edinburgh again. Work has sent up the bat signal and we answered. I stayed this time in the west end of the city. I did go for a walk last night. I took my camera with me just to stretch legs. Been sat in the car for 6 hours. It's good to get out and stretch them. Found a whole new side to the city. I know it's always been there. I've just been ignorant and not took the opportunity to walk around. I don't really know what this afternoon's got in order, but I do know it's that same old story that if I lay on that bed over there, I'm going to be asleep before we can blink. So, as promised on the last video, we're going to go and take the plastic fantastic. I've took the 120 film out of it. We're going to take that to get developed. There's a good photography printing lab up here, I understand. A&M Imaging. My pal in Wex, Edinburgh, tipped me off to that. I'll go and drop them in and see what we can get done. Full disclosure as well, an admittance of guilt. When I did the shoot in the pump house, the one to cross off the list at night, I had it drilled into my head that the Milky Way would appear in the south of the sky. I know, I read it online. I'm still new to the astro stuff. Yeah, I screwed the pooch on that one. I knackered that one. But you live and learn. I'm still learning. Like I say, I'm new to the astro stuff. I've done starscapes before, but actually picking out constellations and night sky features like the Milky Way, that's kind of new to me. And I am enjoying it, so don't get angry. Send me information, not hate. I'll take that on board. I'm feeling like it's a DSLR kind of day. Take it back to basics. D810, 50mm 1.4. Keep it simple. Let's go see what we can get. Come with, folks. Let's go for a walk. It's nice and sunny. I needed coffee. I need some food. Let's go see what we can find this afternoon. Well, that's that done. That was the hardest part of the day. Stress-free, easy. I can see why they come highly recommended from Wex. Lovely fella, real polite, real helpful. And to get that roll of 120 done and emailed in maximum resolution to me, it's been 15 quid. Right, let's go find something to shoot. So far, so bad. I wish life really was like one of these videos this time, because there's some heavy editing I would like to do on this trip to Scotland. Full confession, first thing I did, driving up, I drove through, I believe, a 50 camera at about 65. I was cruising, I didn't see the camera, not paying attention, my fault, not saying it's anybody else's. And I went through it, so we'll see what happens there. Second disaster is on the way to Leith here, there is a no cars, buses only. And I didn't see it, I didn't see the sign, and I spun my car around in that lane. I'm hoping, noisy, I'm hoping I got away with it. I doubt it very much. Lack of coffee. That needs fixing. I've made the executive decision that we're going to go walk around Leith. Not the water of Leith, not Dean Valley, but actually Leith, which is at the north of Edinburgh. No, it's not what you would associate with typical Edinburgh, but I found subject matter, buildings, especially with this kind of light, we could get some interesting shots. Let's go for a walk. Let me show you around. So we're in Leith, folks. And for me, Leith, I love it, and it's a queer one to quantify. Let me try it like this. It's like Uncle Mickey. Okay, we have coffee and a secret slice of cake. What do you mean by Uncle Mickey? Well, you might meet Uncle Mickey, you know, the one in your family. You don't meet him that often. And he's always been dead right with you. But you can guarantee that back in the day, he was a bit of a handful. Same kind of thing with Leith. It's a very desirable spot now. In fact, so desirable, in 2023, I think it was Life magazine, one of the magazines, one of the big ones, they described it as the 16th best neighbourhoods to live in the world. And it is the kind of place you walk around and you go, oh, this is lovely here. And then you take a step towards the other street and it's like, this is a war zone. Interesting fact though, that is banana flats from Trainspotting. Leith was such a kind of gritty urban environment previously. It inspired Irvine Welch's literature, Trainspotting, the novel. And also, point of fact, a lot of it was shot here, there in fact. Chocolate orange cake and coffee. I have no doubt that's full of vitamins and fruit and nutrients. So I think that slab of cake, that's what it was, a slab, I think that's took about 5 years off my life, but it's always the last 5, isn't it? So the old 5 when you wet yourself and can't sleep and wander around the house. You can have them, I'll take that for size cake, that's fine. Leith wasn't always part of Edinburgh, and in 1920 it was kind of absorbed into the fold and welcomed in. And I'm not ripping on Leith, you know what I mean? Like most coastal towns, they're a bit rough and ready back in the day. But when you walk around and you see the investment, and I think it's gone from, like I was touched on, Trainspotting in the banana flats. I was actually sat watching the banana flats as I had my cake and coffee. But it's gone from those days, heroin, death fighting, whatever. And it's scattered with bougie restaurants and nice coffee houses, and it's a really nice spot to be. Another one to add to the list, I think if you come into the city, hop on a tram as you can hear them going past, or a bus, come out here, bring your camera, have a month round. It's worth the trip. It's got a whole personality all of itself. You can walk around, but you can see the investment and all the new swanky properties and whatnot, but a lot of the original buildings still hold it. You can see the Scottish heritage in there, the styling. It's a cool thing. I like Leith. It gets a thumbs up from me. And one of the more interesting parts of Leith as well, it's where the Firth of Forth flows inland. So there's a dock and a harbour. I should have done a photo project on mattresses today. I kid you not, I don't know what's going on. This is about the 4th one I've seen today. That's the bus lane where I got the traffic violation. Those sirens aren't for me. I'm absolutely convinced there's a Scottish conspiracy going on. I believe in your annual Scottish meeting, when you all get together, I think a point comes up on the agenda and they go, if you bump into any English people up here, tell them, it's nice, but it always rains. Conspiracy. Leith sits on the northernmost point of Edinburgh. It never used to be part of Edinburgh, but it was enrolled into it. In the 18th century, this stretch of water next to me used to be host to fleets of boats coming in, containing wine, wool, spices, raw materials. It was like a major route for supplies to the city. And don't get it wrong, I'm sure way back in the day, this place has been around since the port's been documented since the 14th century. And I bet it was wild and leery then. There's a cool story. See the fish bar behind me over there? The young lad painting the tables there, smashing kid. It's his family's business. And they own those and a couple in the city as well in Edinburgh. And he just told me that fish and chip shop used to be the main brothel here. Possibly explain the smell. But I bet that was busy. Look how close you are to the dock. You were literally hopping off the ship and there you were.
Yeah, sure.
Rebuilt, refurbished, boozy, nice restaurants. I believe there's Michelin star stuff around here as well. I'd have to do a bit more research on that, but I'm sure I read that somewhere. I really need to work on not getting distracted. He's got a cup of tea on the go. My kind of guy. I think it goes without mentioning the Royal Yacht Britannia is harboured here as well. And you can go on board, get tickets, go off water. I think you can have dinner on there as well. If you fancy a bit of elegance, monarchy style. But long gone is that rough and ready kind of attitude towards Leith. What you find now is a place that's very, very desirable to live. And just as a point of note, I'm aware I've walked past a lot of police cars. There's a police station up there. There's not like a mad crime wave, as I'm saying that's really, really nice. But no, it's a very desirable place to live. I believe that comes with a price tag. And I've just walked past a house, and in the compound there's a ton of classic cars. I must keep walking, can't stop, don't get distracted again. I want to get a quick clip of that cherry blossom, it's beautiful. Who doesn't love a cherry blossom in the sun? Oh. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Everywhere you look, refurbishment, it's either underway, boxed off, or about to start. It's all very positive. No visit to the seaside would be complete without a walk on a jetty somewhere. So I'm off to New Haven. It's a nice little pier, some boats. Let's go have a look. New Haven Harbour. Little gem. Look at that sunset behind me, isn't it beautiful? Just kind of wanted to share some of the other little spots why I think this city, to me, is one of the best on the planet. I was talking to two lads up, maybe you'll see them behind me. They were struggling with fishing, saying they caught an out all day, been out here freezing. We've just pulled one in the way past. It's pretty cool. Well, I hope you've enjoyed just coming for a mooch around some of the little spots outside of Edinburgh City. It's not the usual thing that we do, is it, around the city and Wash of Leith and whatnot, but I just thought it's nice to shine a light on the other little places that don't generally get attention, because there are some gems out there. Appreciate you all, every one of you. Thanks ever so much. See you on the next one.